Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chamber here. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done one. A lot of stuff's happened with my PC. I'll do another video talking about that one later. But I got a 2080 Ti. Now I know that's last gen. I know people are like, why are you getting a 2080 Ti? That it was a really good deal, and honestly, you really can't get a new graphics card. Now yes, I've seen about 5 or 6 of them for like retail, like in stock. It's just they were too high in my opinion for what they really should go for. So I decided I'm just gonna go with the 2080 Ti. I'll get about the same FPS in like Warzone and a bunch of other games I play, just because I play in all those settings and they're mostly CPU and RAM dependent. So I went the 2080 Ti. But I obviously don't like running stuff at stock. I like to overclock it. And I was like, well, these cards are very much power limited. I think I've done a video about it. If not, there's a lot of Turing is very power limited. That's the only thing that causes these cards to not be as fast as what they really can. 2080 Ti is about the same as a 3080 if you remove the power limits. So I was like, well, let me get a BIOS to flash on my card. I got an EVGA 2080 Ti XC Ultra, and it has a 320 watt BIOS limit stock. I can actually show you. Let's just go to GPU-Z. So I'm on the stock BIOS right now. So advanced NVIDIA BIOS, and you see, so it says 338. It's like 320. But you know, that's not a lot of power, especially for this one. So I took a look at the 2080 Ti Owners Club. If you have any graphics card, they have a bunch of them for Turing. If they have a bunch for, I know also Ampere. I think there's kind of one for Pascal cards. I don't know. But if you have a card, check it out. You might be able to get a little more performance through flashing by finding one in here. So, you know, I was taking a look in here, and I did check before I even got the card. I made sure it was an A variant card. If you have an A variant card, you can flash a BIOS, you can get a higher power limit. So I took a look, and you know, I made sure, kind of compared some other cards, but this is the only card really on sale, so that was the most important part. But then I found this Galax BIOS. So I tried to flash it, and I was like, 380 watts. It's really good. Before going to the XOC, I really wanted to try the Galax BIOS. But we'll explain why you can't. So I'm going to show you right now what happens when you what happens now with these cards. So I'm going to CMD. This is not a guide on how to flash a BIOS. I will do one if you want me to. So CHDIR:. So I'm just doing flash -- protect off. I'm just doing what you need to do to flash the card. It's very interesting. So I have 3 BIOSes right now in the folder that I'm at. We're just going to for the protections to turn off. Just got to wait for the card to restart, the graphics driver to reset. Okay, so I could tell it was in 60 Hz. It was terrible. Okay, so we're back. So you see I have the 320 watt. This is the XC BIOS. Then I have the 380 watt. We're going to talk about the 361 later. So NV flash -6 380 watt.rom. Enter. And you'll see. So you see it's going to try and flash it. Now, if you have a non-A variant card, you're not even going to be able to get this far. It'll let you flash, I believe, but it will not successfully work. You're going to get a code 43 and you're going to have to reflash. There are a couple of BIOSes you can use on a non-A variant. So I'm going to click, well, right now I'm going to click Y and Y. And it just showed up. We're going to wait for it to do this, and then I'll explain. Invalid firmware image. XUSB. Well, this card is still a 2080 Ti. It's an A variant. But NVIDIA decided to actually kind of change the cards. Let me find where it is. There is somewhere on this. I was actually just reading it not that long. Yes. The second half of 2019, which is when this card was purchased. I checked. It still even has the warranty. They're now shipping with a new hardware ID. So basically, newer firmware. I don't know what it changes, but it makes it so you can't flash a higher power limit BIOS. So you cannot flash this Galax 2000 watt. You cannot flash the KFA2, which is the 380 watt. But you can flash a 360 watt BIOS. You also flash the 2080 Ti 2000 watt. There are some things it forces you at 1.125 volts. I'm going to try it. Not right now, though. This card runs a little hot. I need to cool it better. But there's a 360 watt BIOS, which is this 2080 Ti. It's the gaming OC that works 100%. I was actually using it earlier. So it limits you at 360 watts. I'll even show you. So wait, and let me reopen CMD. CMD, CHDIR, C:/NV flash. So I'm flashing the card right now. Through the 360 watts. We're gonna restart and everything, and I'll show you. I mean, I don't understand why NVIDIA did this. It's like you're buying a top of the line card, especially even when they started it, because in 2019 it was still the top of the line card. I don't understand really why they just decided. Oh, as you see, it actually lets you update the BIOS, but I don't understand why they decided to update something. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe they just changed the version so it happened. But we're going to restart now. I just don't understand why NVIDIA did it. You're buying a top of the line card. Just let us do it. I mean, still, that's 20 watts. I mean, I don't know what you're really going to notice from 20 watts of difference. Obviously, you may lose 15 megahertz. That's going to be 2 FPS in a game like Cyberpunk. Maybe 10. No, not 10. 2 to 5. In a game like I play, the only game I really play that is GPU bound is Modern Warfare multiplayer and Cold War, not Warzone. But, you know, I'm going to work on the overclocking stuff. Oh, as you can see, you go into 1024 by 768. We gotta let the driver reinitialize, but I'll even show you. As you can see, I've been mining. I'll do a video on that one also later. So we're gonna load up. Graphics driver is gonna flash. And advanced 360. This one does work. And I'll even prove it to you. Link core voltage. I think 80 is good on this BIOS. And I've actually not done anything with the core. This card runs very hot. Right, so I'll apply. And now let's just load up Heaven. You know, it's not the best benchmark, but it's a benchmark. So we're gonna load it up now. I don't believe this core will in games go about 1920 on auto. I haven't done any core. Oh, 1965. Max volts. Well, it dropped a little bit, but as you can see, this BIOS does work. The Kingpin works. NVIDIA tried to slow down my 2080 Ti. That's all I'm gonna say. Short video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.